When I was 5 years old, I was being brought up to study the piano. You know, almost all kids those days were, you know, were brought to the piano teacher and, you know, have lessons. And then we have, when I was 7 years old, I was brought to a violin teacher. Actually, they are a family of violinists. So, the Kumisa family near our house. So, I was being trained to be a violinist from very young age. That time, I was being having lessons with the Kumisa family once a week. From that would be around 1991. That would be, I was around 7 years old at that time, and then it went through my elementary days, and then in high school. This is Marco Polo Ignacio, composer, musician, and also a violinist. My father was actually he graduated as a teacher, and then for a while he went to abroad to Saudi. Then he came back, made some business here in Kaipombo. And then eventually in around 94, he went back to teaching, and then he was principal around 97, 98, if I'm not mistaken. So my father was, I think he is one of my idol, because the character of my father is that when you really wanted it, you know, you really have to study it. You really have to study it, and then, you know, you really plan for it. He's very organized, he's very reasonable, you know, practical. Now, my mother, between the two, my mother and my father, my mother was the one who is obviously the more musically inclined, because I can remember she even tells stories that in Mekawayan, Ubihan, Mekawayan, Bulacan, their family has you know, has a guitar, and then, you know, when lunch is over, or maybe dinner, they just, you know, just play and play, sing and sing, you know, together with my you know, my aunts, okay, and my titos. So here I have my Final Fantasy CD, and this one made me think, oh, why I should not go to college and maybe, you know, study composition. Although initially, when I was enrolled in college, I was drafted to the bachelor's in music, major in violin, BM, we call it BM. Then what happened then was that I shifted in second year, you know, shifted in second year in bachelor's in music, major in ME, or music education, still holding the violin. And then I have on my third year, the first sem, I had the double major, so ME and composition. But then, you know, I changed my mind. So I said I cannot really, you know, focus. So what did I do? I shifted to at the third year of my college years. I shifted to composition because I really love composition. You know, it's like music is really a magical thing, music is a very magical thing. I can remember that, like, when I sleep at night, my mind is like, rearranging or the music that I hear, or maybe I've listened throughout the day, or maybe I played in the UST Symphony Orchestra. The most pinnacle, or maybe the core of my learning would be actually being a member with the UST Symphony Orchestra, because you would play parts from the second violins, parts from the first violins, and then you would heard the parts of all those known pieces in the orchestra. You would encounter some concertos, and then wow, and then you will really find that what you've listened years back before, when you were in high school, you're playing it now. It's a very very memorable decade for me. For years. That was I was studying 2001. I started there in summer. Then so there was a time, I think around the first year going second year, that I really wanted to quit. I mean, for one thing, solfeggio, the second book, Danhauser 2, I think. Yeah, Danhauser 2, gave me a hard time. So the following year, I repeated the solfeggio course, the second one, the harder one. So, well, but then someone told me, that is your mission. That is your soul mission. Someone told me. Knowing that you have a mission, knowing that you have to do something for the world, just do it. Don't stop. You can rest, but then don't stop. Make your influence known, your music known, whether it be composition or maybe arrangement, or maybe you just play your violin track in a particular song that will be released. Music is for everyone. Music is for healing. Music is for transformation. Given this type of talent, which is music, you play, compose, you can, so why not go and go and enjoy music. Music is for everyone. Music is for positive transformation and healing. Because that is, I think, the primary role of music, which is positive transformation and healing. Again, I am Marco Polo Ignacio, composer, songwriter, violinist. Yeah, just another musician, but then hoping that my music and everyone else's, of course, hoping that music would change the world for the better. Bye.